Hello everybody and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Boulder Canyon logging map for Farming Simulator 19. This map can be found over at modland.net and there is a link in the description below. I'm also including a link to Beardshot Gaming's Facebook page where you can get updates related to the map, as well as the direct link over to modland.net, which is where Beardshot has posted it for download. Let's go ahead and jump on in. I'm going to leave our retriever marked up here and the mod map. Let's pull up the log and see how it loads up. So it's got the warning about Bush US01 transform group. So this map appears to have been built off of the Ravenport base map. There are a few errors related to load vehicle. I believe that is because basically there are no items, no starting vehicles, and we have started with the new farmer difficulty. We're going to look at the log when we load up a different difficulty level and see if those errors still exist. So here we are at the start point of the map. We're up here on a high plateau, if you will. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map itself. So here you can see the map. It is a basic logging map. There are no defined fields, but there are some defined areas. There are 6 defined log clearings. Then we've got the store, a fuel station, and a sawmill. Let's go ahead and look at the lands section and we'll see how this thing breaks out. Look at section 1 for $2.2 million. Section 2 is $459,000. Section 3, which we will call the store, is $551,000. Section 4 for fuel is $356,000. Section 5 is just over $1 million. Then we've got this section here that runs along the river and includes this section over here. Interesting enough, it's $1.5 million. Got the section down here, which is $1.7 million, $2.2 million. Section that includes the sawmill is $2.9 million. And then the section that includes the hilltop here where we are starting is $2.5 million. Now, as I told you, we start with no equipment in the garage. We own nothing. Nothing is leased. It's a blank slate with this difficulty level. That is a little bit hard to start out with, simply because we only have $100,000 in the bank, and the most loan that we can take out, I believe, is $500,000. Let's go ahead and see by basically maxing out our loan. Pretty sure we only are going to get to $500,000 loan, which means that we're only going to have $600,000 to bankroll the endeavor here on New Farmer mode. And why does that make it difficult? Well, if we look here at the forestry equipment, unless we are starting with a chainsaw and a pickup truck, or a chainsaw and this Komatsu or Ponzi Buffalo, or the man truck, we're going to need a lot more money than what we've got available to us after we buy our first plot of land. For example, the Komatsu tree harvester is $435,000. Sampo tree harvester, which only works with smaller trees, is $275,000, and the Scorpion King itself is $440,000. That is before we go and buy our logging trailer, which is here under forestry equipment, which is $28,000, and our truck, which is $119,000 for the cheap truck, or we could go with the Hulk with the drop axle for hauling those heavy logs, which is $143,000. So I do not really suggest starting this map on New Farmer mode. I suggest starting this map on Farm Manager mode, which will then give you the $1.25 million to start with. So we're going to go ahead and load up that mode right now, and we'll see if we've got a log errors. Okay, we are loading it up with the farm manager mode. See, we still have our warning about the transform group, because again, this is part taken out of the base map and basically Ravenport reconditioned. And there you go. We are no errors because we are in farm manager mode, and in farm manager mode is no intention of having any starting equipment, so it's not trying to load anything up. All right, what we're going to do is I would typically teleport to the store, but I know that there's a problem with this map in teleporting to the store because basically it teleports you inside the building. So the map author needs to move this teleportation point outside the building. Right now it is inside the building. What we're going to do is we're going to get our gator here, and we're just going to hop out of it. Here is our store. And what makes this map and logging maps in general intriguing, I think, is the concept of the whole concept that is to the core of Farm Sim 19, and that is build your own farm. What better map to build your own farm than on a complete from scratch logging map? Except for the fact that you don't have any place to sell your crops. The only sell point on the map is the spot to sell logs here at the sawmill. But I'm sure that there will be mods that will come out that will be placeable sell points that you could put in that will allow you to sell those crops. So you can see here, the only thing that we can sell here in our prices screen are wood chips. So that would be a requirement. That would be to have a placeable sell point. Or of course you could just have a map, put some animals down after you cleared an area just for the sake of having animals. But you can see that this is a fairly, zoom out anymore. See, this is a fairly densely planted map. Go over here to our clearing number 2. See, it's not a bad little clearing. Let's take a look at possibly putting down some buildings. Look at putting down a horse paddock, for example. Since we don't own the land, won't be able to, but will fit here, it appears. Anything bigger than a horse paddock. See the cow area. Probably fit if we cleared a few trees out from around the area. And of course, if we start from scratch mode, we would just be limiting our funds to $500,000. So if we did take out the max loan, we would be pretty much starting at $1 million. But just a $250,000 short of this particular starting amount. Really wish I had a way of making the camera further out on this so I could zoom out further, but I don't know how to do that. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to come around here and then just run down the river a little bit. I'm not going to explore the whole place because pretty much this is what the map looks like. It's rolling hills, grass, some bushes, and a whole lot of trees. Really looking for a map to really define your area. Now imagine that you are a frontiersman coming out on the frontier to clear your land and make a go of it. Well, this is a kind of map for you. Sure. It's a very small download also. I forget the exact size, but I was really shocked at how little the map was because it really doesn't have external assets. It's just using base game assets for the most part. Coming up on another clearing over here. 3 to the left. And the sawmill here to our right. Let's go ahead and come over here to the sawmill. And here we have the wood chip sell point. And something that I just learned the other day, and I did not realize this when I did the first few map tours of the included maps, the base maps. To sell logs, you have to come up here to the icon, and you get an R, sell wood trigger. So for this particular map, it's like you bring your logs and put them here between these two concrete areas, and then you'll come over here, and then you come up, you hit R, sell your logs, and Bob's your uncle. Let's go around the southern part and make that bridge crossing, and then we'll call this map done. You guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this type of a map. A true blank slate. Come in here, clear the logs, make some money, buy a tractor, buy a plow, plow up some land, put down a home, put down some other placeables, and get started making yourself a living. Would need, like I said, mod to placeable sell point. I do believe that there may even be placeable sell points. I'm not 100% sure, but I may have seen one or two in the in my perusing of mods. I'm really eager now with this concept from Farm Sim 19 of kind of make your own way, make your own farm. That more of these kind of blank slate maps will be popular. Maps where you just have roads and areas maybe defined, maybe some sell points plugged in here or there, but really no fields, because it's all designed around you buying your land, plowing up your own fields, and making your own way of it, kind of as a frontiersman, if you will. So until next time, guys, happy farming.